excited. I have the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Velly Vel in the house.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. So I am so excited to have you. I see you got your Asian shoe hat on, so you a hornet. I ain't know that.
That's right.
Okay, did you march?
Yep.
Really? So you know my auntie Bridget back in action, right? Yay! I was so glad to see them post that she was back because it's been like maybe 2 years since she been gone, and they just it's definitely a difference. So I'm so glad to have my auntie back, and I call her my auntie because her and my brother actually went to school together in high school and in like elementary school, so we know them very well. So so I have Velly Vel here today with me, and y'all is my contact kind of messing up with these lashes and everything. So if y'all see my eye running, it ain't no drugs, it's just my eyes is water. but I wanted to get him on today because this is my Connecting the Lines TV chat, and I love to bring you guys information and really put you guys up on game on how you can do better with your dance team and with your studio, and really just take it to the next level. So I decided to bring Velly Vel on because he is a bird's eye view of this majorette world. He is not tied to any dance teams. He's not tied to any dance organizations. He is just a paid partner of this world. So can
Yep.
you
Yep.
tell us how you got started in the majorette dance world?
Actually, I was attending a competition and just happened to be like, I'm a DJ or whatever, and I feel like I can bring something else, spice it up a little bit and just start putting my name out there because everybody knew me from back in the day DJing and stuff, and I was like, okay, well, yeah, that's what I want to do.
Okay. And so how was your first gig? Like, how did you get your first gig? Did somebody reach out to you? Like, how was it that first time? Because this DJing for a dance competition is different from DJing like anything else. So how did you get the first one, and how did that one go?
Right. It's like you say, it's totally different. But my first gig, I was actually invited to host in Laurel, Mississippi, at a competition. I forgot the team name and all that stuff, but
Mhm.
it was like, you real good with the kids and with people and stuff because I worked around kids a long time because I was a percussion instructor at a high school.
Um,
And I worked around kids and, started doing the halftime shows. And I was like, you know what? I can do this. So me and my buddy, we was like, well, let's give it a try. So I reached out to a couple of people that was like, okay, that was my first hosting gig in Laurel, Mississippi. But my first DJing gig was in Birmingham, Alabama,
okay.
for the Diamond Divas, for the
Um,
Diamond Divas. And Jay Fever was the host. And
okay.
that was the first host I actually DJ'd with.
Oh, so that's how you got connected with him, just off of being there for your first time. And this is kind of what he does. Now, at this time, when was this, around 2000 what?
It had to been around 2018.
Okay, so Bring It was already out. He was
Right.
already in the majorette world, and here's this new DJ coming in. How did you guys create that vibe and continue to be able to work together as you do? Because
Well, we was
relationships are
already
key. And I try to teach these coaches that relationships are key. Go ahead.
right. I mean, we reached out on Facebook because I met him at a couple of Bring It competitions. I attended a couple of Bring It episodes and all that good stuff, and we talked at on set. Then we talked like at the competition. He was like, "I finally get a chance to personally meet you and see what you do." So he was like, "We about to do this today." So I started I started making my posts and all that stuff, and he was like, "Make sure you tag me and make sure you tag me in it." And so, long story short, it's all about advertising and putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
And us being together was like real great.
You know what? I love the fact that you said working together, because people really think that they can do it by themselves. And it's like, yeah, you can do it by yourself,
Right.
But there's somebody that God has that's going to illuminate you, and you're going to illuminate them to that next level. And I think that sometimes that collaboration is what's missing in this majorette dance world.
Right.
So seeing that, knowing that a lot of these teams are actually hosting these competitions, how has it been being able to see the new people hosting competitions versus veteran teams or veteran organizations hosting competitions? What is the difference between the two?
Well, new teams, hold on one second. Well, new teams, you're gonna have a couple of hiccups, whether it be like the teams getting their own time, or I mean, accidents will happen, because you be on the interstate, anything can happen. Because we had a team that come in the middle of competition, had to do like 3 categories back to back to back.
Wow.
Versus veterans already have it set up. We got this, we got that, we got this, and like I wanted to post today. Long as I've been doing competition, I finally received music the way
It's supposed to be?
it's supposed to be. You
Okay.
know, name, label for the prospective category. To keep all the chaos down,
And
because
go ahead.
running all over the place, during competition day is a hold up, and people just want to get in and get out.
Right. So how do you and so I'm glad you kind of went through that list. So when coaches or when the organizer of the event comes to you, how would you like them to package? Like what would you I'm literally giving y'all a game right here. Y'all gonna have to put some jewels or whatever it is whenever y'all see this video, y'all gonna have to put some jewels, because he about to tell y'all how to professionally. There's a lot of y'all are booking folks, but it ain't professionally. So this is what you need to do when it comes time for him to set up or to DJ at your event. What do you require? Like, how far in advance do you need the music? Do you want it in order? Explain to them how you work, because most DJs I know probably work very close to the same way.
Right. See, like me, I require music like on the Thursday, the week of competition, because Friday mainly I have to travel, and on Saturday you have to set up, and you don't want to be doing all that extra stuff while you're trying to entertain a crowd, and all that good stuff, because at the end of the day it's a paid job. You don't want no distractions, like you got people popping up at your job unexpectedly and stuff and all that. That's like that's just like people walking in your house unannounced. you got to be prepared.
A lot of DJs don't want you even coming in their little space, and then
Right.
especially in the club, you get beat up trying to get to the DJ booth.
Right, because entertaining the crowd and trying to download music is like hard to do.
I believe it. So how detrimental could it be to a team just by not having their music ready?
Very, very, because you have some people, they'll get mad because it's not in the right format, or it's not downloading right. You have skip spots. Then you have some teams come in on a phone. That's a no with me.
Y'all heard that? No phones don't be coming. And you know why I don't like that is because they come, they'll bring you the phone, and then the phone locks, or they
The
phone
screen go black.
the screen, well, exactly. And you looking for this code, like I don't know your code.
Right.
Or the ring at their house, the noise keep going off, and it's like, oh my God, lady, turn it off or put your phone on airplane mode.
Exactly.
Something. So y'all with this ghetto stuff, you have been informed. Okay. Do not come up in there with a cell phone trying to plug in the auxiliary cord. No, we cannot connect your phone to the Bluetooth.
Equipment is too expensive for that.
And then I've seen teams be like, the DJ messed up my music. You just brought your music before the event started. We
Right.
told you on Tuesday to have your music. It's the day of, and you talking about the DJ messed up your music? Okay, take your no trophies on home.
Right.
So you guys know now what it takes to make sure that you have your music properly prepared. If the competition is on Saturday, have your music ready for Thursday. Organizers, you let them know to have their stuff ready by that Thursday so it can be set up for a smooth process. How long is the longest competition you've ever been at?
Let me see. I attended one, bring it episode that lasted like 1 in the morning.
Well, that's different because you taping.
Yeah, right.
I
But the
mean, just
one,
a regular competition because I don't
right,
do
a
some
regular
that are
competition with, I would say about 6 hours.
like, guys.
But me, I'm like, I tell them up front at the coaches meeting, when team number one go off, team number two be ready. Then, when team number two is ready, judge, you give me the thumbs up, we rolling.
And that's how you keep it quick, fast, is short pace. I remember back in when I first started doing them with my team back in like 2012, 2013, we went to a competition in Huntsville and that mug literally lasted, and it wasn't on, they weren't recording. And it was like 11:30 and everybody was like, we finna go, because it was just too much. And part of it was the unorganization, which a lot of that goes into the music and the DJ as well, because the DJ sets the tone and the pace for the event. So
Right.
your stuff is ready. He got 2 or 3 minutes in between for y'all next group to get set up, and then bam, and you can knock it out in 2-3 hours. It ain't gotta be all day, y'all. Stop making it harder than what it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
All right, so switching over to the dance part of it. You are the music guy. So I know sometimes the music that we choose may not necessarily be the most appropriate music for children. So how do you mindfully keep that, just in mind? I know you can't pick the team's music, but I'm saying when it comes to other certain things, do you just kind of keep in mind that this is a kid event, or do you just kind of like go with how the vibe is? Because New Orleans is different from Chicago and Atlanta
Right.
and different places. So
Well, me, I try to stay within the flow of the show, but I be mindful of that we have young children in the building. They want to dance or whatever. But I was just telling a couple of coaches the other day. I said, do not expect me to play that new Nicki Minaj song. I'm not.
I was just trying to put it on Instagram reel, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe I shouldn't put this on.
Right. Because I have a lot of young followers too. And they look up everything or whatever, look at everything you do and say and all that stuff, and I'm like, okay, how can I put this in a nice way?
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're being honest about it, because a lot of people aren't. They just there to get a check, so they don't care. They're gonna play the uncut version of Lil Baby, Lil everything. They just gonna
Right,
play the uncut version. They're not gonna care. But I appreciate the fact that you are mindful of that, because it does send a different type of message. When you
right,
and even with the message to the crowd, because I've seen in events, and I've had my own competitions where they be about to get bucked and get fighting just because the DJ played a certain song. You know what I mean? So how is it when you travel to these different cities, not really knowing like what it is? Sometimes these teams have rivalries that you don't even know about. So when you get to an event and you already feel some tension, how are you able to kind of just make the mood, or just fix the energy in the room when it seems like it's about to get a little crazy?
at first you gotta, you gotta be able to read the crowd. And if you able to read people, then they're if tension is in the building, you can already tell by the attitudes. When they first walk out on the floor, like, no, can't play this, can't play that.
Ain't no nook if you buck tonight.
Right, not doing this, not doing that. I'm gonna try to set the tone, play a little gospels.
Right, right. They know that too. They be acting like they don't, but they know it.
But it's all about paying attention.
And that's really all it is, just paying attention to the people, to the space, and then yes, to be able to switch off and realize, okay, this could be a situation, because even in the club, the DJ can really escalate a situation, or he can bring the situation down.
Right.
I've been in, like I said, some competitions to where like y'all already know that they doing all of this on the dance floor. And so why would you come out of that and be trying to play, run up, get done up? Like why would you play that next?
Yeah.
Already
Or the main song set it off.
yeah. You want to
No.
watch, you want to
I'll play the instrumental, just a little snippet and cut it off.
just to let them know it can't get real.
Right.
I love it. I love it. So tell me some crazy competition stories. Give me some things that you experienced at some events that probably people wouldn't believe, or probably people don't necessarily get to see on the TV part. What like just something that you've been in, you were like, wow, I wouldn't, like you get in the car and you're like, dang, yeah.
Let me pull back the flashback one time. But but I was in College Park, Georgia one year, and we was having a competition. It was in a church gym. I don't know what went on, but a big fight broke out.
Oh Lord.
I'm like, really? That's not I told the lady, I said, look, if this doesn't de-escalate, I'm going home. I might have made the trip, but I'm going home.
And it
So
de-escalate?
it de-escalated, but then she moved it to another location, and the competition proceeded.
Mm-hmm.
And it was horrible. But I was like, why would you bring drama from the outside to the inside of a building when you got kids? You don't care about your kids.
Mm-mm.
And then there was one instant. Let me see, what was it? Oh, this was funny. Um, what was it? I think it was in some part of
Don't keep
Georgia.
saying Georgia now. Don't keep doing us like that.
I'm trying to think. Maybe it was in Georgia, but it was like I forgot where it was anyway. But it was people. They were just mouthing off at each other and stuff like that. And I'm trying to diffuse the situation, just trying to get in between them. Look, this ain't gonna happen. You got kids in here and blah 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 whatever. So just if you got that kind of mindset, just stay at home.
And I feel the same way, but they don't. Them be the
Right.
people who don't. They'll be the people that's there standing there before the door open, like they better hurry up and open this. So, and I already know. So that's the ugly side. What
Yeah.
are some of the good sides of the majorette world that you do like, or you do appreciate? Because you kind of got thrown into this about 5 years ago, sound like.
Right.
It's like you was the man with the plan. So.
Right. But the bright side is just seeing these kids get out there and you know express. I don't care if they have frustration or they got problems at home, but you never can tell on the floor.
Right.
It's all about them having a great time, and I love respectful kids. There's one competition. This girl walked up to me. She's like, "Mr. DJ, you were so nice. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you." I was like, "Okay." And one girl came up to me. She said, "Oh, you were such a great host. Thank you for being here with us today and all that good stuff."
Right. And see, that's cool because everybody kids ain't a hot mess.
Right, right, right.
Everybody kids aren't a hot mess. And I do appreciate that fact about it too, is that they do get to, do things they love. A lot of times, this is their only time to get to go out of town. These kids don't get to travel and, go to different places. I,
Right.
even as a kid, for myself, a lot of the things that I traveled and did was because the dance or baton or the marching band or whatever it was. And so I love the fact that they give them the opportunities that they do. But what I don't like about it is when things go wrong and now they get this bad experience, and then it really kind of changes their take on the majorette world. And not just them, but sometimes the style of dance is looked at in a negative light.
Right.
And I think that's because of the fact that we, do have these type of events and these competitions where it does get ugly. This
Mm-hmm.
ain't no basketball game. This ain't supposed to be a dance competition for kids. you know
Right.
what I mean?
It should be more about the kids and not the adults, because some adults make it about them. They need to stop, living their lives, within these kids, because they only get to live once. You live your childhood, let them live theirs.
Right. And not just that, but people spend a lot of money on these events.
Right.
The host spends a lot of money, the teams spend a lot of money, and just because you come with the negative energy doesn't necessarily mean that we all have to experience that. And sometimes it can get a little scary. I was at one, I think this one was in Birmingham. This was a few years ago. This old crazy promoter was doing one, and I think they got the shooting, at like UAB or something like that. I can't remember where it was or how it was. I just remember trash cans being knocked over and like a whole
I
situation.
think I remember that.
Yeah.
I think I remember that.
And it gives us such a bad light, for Black dance. And that's the sad part, that we shouldn't be being looked at like this. I got another question for you. So you see these HBCUs, you see these HBCU dance lines. Have you been to like an event or like a football game or somewhere and actually seen one of the girls who've been at the competitions that you've been at before?
Actually, let me see.
Because
Is one
not a kid.
this
Uh-huh.
past year, she dances at Grambling State University,
Okay.
and I'm looking at the videos, and her mom's like, "See, that's the one that was at the competition just last year." I'm like, okay.
And that's the point.
I tell them it's money. It's money in marching band. It's money. You apply. It's different schools. I know a band director right now just signing scholarship. If you want to go, go.
Ooh, now hold on. You're gonna have to give me this. I love being the plug now. Especially
Yes.
when you want some money for people to go to school. But
Right. Right.
but that's really what it's about. Now, what did you play in the band? You were on the drum line.
Yep.
I don't want to date your age, but about around what year?
Let's see. I graduated high school in 1995.
Okay. So my band director, Mr. Mark Kane, was I think around 94, 95, and he was a drum major at Alabama State. And now he's a DJ, which is crazy. That's crazy. But have you done any events or any competitions where you had the drum line and the dance teams? Have you seen anything unusual like that before? Have you had, because in Vegas they have these drill competitions. So have you done anything like that?
No, that's different, but I'm working on it. Trying to get, expand my horizons or whatever with going to different events and all that good stuff.
So I'm gonna give you some drip right now. The dance, the other, if you know what I mean, the other side of the dance world, they travel. And I'm talking about they do like 30 cities. I don't know what your schedule is. They do like 30 cities. Not just paid for, but paid for, and a per diem, and their equipment. And all you have to do is show up. So
Sound like a game plan.
exactly. The only reason I didn't do it last year is because I own a tax business, and that's why I mix my dance life and the business world, trying to educate them on all of this kind of stuff. So if I had a tax office from January to April, I was going to be on the road hosting, and their stuff, like, they don't play that last minute music.
Right.
They don't play that at all. Their stuff's usually about 30 days out. And when you show up, they're going to give you a jump drive and it's already loaded on there.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
all I got to do is press play. Oh, okay. And grab the microphone at the same time. Oh, okay. So All right. But you got to promise that you're not going to leave the majorette dance world.
Oh, never. Never.
So where do you see this thing going for you? Is this something that I know you probably never thought you'd be DJing dance competitions like this, but could you see this going to the next level? Like, what's next for you?
I really can't say because I'm more like being spirit led through stuff, and I
Okay.
really can't call it.
Well, that's cool because when the spirit leads you, you can't do nothing but move. So you get to it too. But I
That's
know
true.
the ultimate goal is to be able to retire, be able to not have to work and do any
Yeah.
kind of
Hopefully I
stuff.
can make it through my day job about 16 more years and just play music on the side.
Or you can play music all day and then make even more money in less than
Right.
16 years. Just getting with the right tool.
So my day job kind of got me in a stranglehold. I'm glad about that.
Oh, okay. Because everybody loves money, right?
That's right.
So before I let you go, I wanted to just, say thank you first of all for coming on with me, being able to just kind of share your insight on the majorette dance world and the whole competition parts. Is there anything that you would like to just give coaches as well as dancers just a little bit, before we get out of here? Just something to just let them know, coming from this side or coming from your perspective, like what they can do to be better, not just as dance teachers and dancers, but just as better, mentors and just really as a whole. Because like you say, you got the one girl who you saw from the competition to college. What are some of the things that you would like to just say, hey, y'all, if you could really grab the microphone and say, hey, I got something to tell y'all and everybody listen, what would you say?
Well, first, I mean, to the younger generation, just pay attention to what's going on and try to encourage your teachers, your mentors, or dance coaches, directors, or whatever. Get you to some of the HBCU events. It was an experience. It's a nice experience. I mean, because me growing up, I always wanted to be the first one there to see the band marching because you can learn a lot. And then to the adults, listen to these children. They might be going through something at home that you don't know about that they can come talk to you about, and just hey, I got problems at home or whatever. Problem you won't tell nobody or whatever like that. So just listen to these children. They'll tell you a lot.
Oh yeah, they'll tell you too much. I remember this one time I was in dance class and I said, all right, we're going to straighten now. Everybody put your hands behind your back like this. The little girl said, like you going to jail? I said, yeah, like that. She was like 5. I was
Wow.
like, you going to jail? Okay.
No, not like that.
A
A little bit too much.
little bit too much, but I love the fact that you said get to these HBCU events. Even if you can't get into the game, get to the, just get outside where the buses are, where you can
Right.
see them battling the other team. Get to these parades. I know my whole life I've been at the Turkey Day Classic parade. My whole family went to Alabama State. I'm just the only one that went to FAM. I
Wow.
used to always say I was gonna be a singer, and then I go to FAMU and ain't even no dancing girls with the band. But get into these HBCU events because this is where these girls would like to go. And if
Right.
you have a dancer that does not necessarily want to go to a HBCU, find out where she wants to take this dance thing, because dancing is on a whole nother level. Just think about when you were young and when I was young, people never thought about being a dancer or even being a DJ as a profession. Like you just didn't think that could be a real job.
Right.
You know what I mean? But now these dancers are making so many levels with these artists. Like the artists are really who they are because of the dancers most of the time. And the show is what it is because of the dancers and the DJ.
Mm-hmm.
The artist is just the face with the that's
Right.
who that is. So you guys think about these things, think about ways that you can better yourself as well as better your team. Make sure you listen to the kids, make sure that you're in their corner for as much as you need for them to be. And when it comes to the new teams versus the veteran teams, sometimes it's okay, guys, to reach out to each other. Each one can reach one. It's okay. Coaches, if somebody reaches out to you just because she think you know a little bit more, don't shy away at her. Help her out. I know Velly is very active on Facebook, so you guys can reach out to him and he can probably put you in game before the actual competition shows up. So if you're getting ready for one, he can probably be like, okay, this is what I've seen in the past. So, just make sure, bam, bam, bam. So
Right.
with all of that being said, I appreciate you. Let the people know how they can find you and let them know all of your information. That way they can book you and all of that kind of stuff.
Well, you can find me on Facebook, Velly Vel, VELLYVELL. Instagram, VGuard20. That's basically it. You can inbox me to book me or whatever like that, or just drop me a message. I'll get back with you because I love travel.
Especially when it's paid. So
That's right.
don't come with the broke pockets.
Mm-mm.
Doing that no more. I know how much y'all making at these dance battles, and so don't be trying to shine on the DJ now, and don't shine on the trophy.
$40 at the door. I need $700, $800.
Hello, look, okay, but I mean, come on now. I had a competition. I went over about an hour. And when that man told me how much I had to pay him to stay, I went in that box and I found that money. Because once he started unplugging
That's a
and he
wrap.
wasn't done yet, I was like, give him whatever he needs.
Right. Right.
So don't come half stepping with the DJ. Get it right, because the DJ gonna make sure that your event runs smoothly, it's organized, and you can leave without any incidences.
Oh, and I do host.
And he does host. And it's not just for dance competitions.
Both at the same time. Yeah. Any event.
Any event. Well, I can't wait to meet you in real life. I will see you tomorrow because I am gonna pull up. I did talk to the person over the competition. So
Yeah, I know. I can't pronounce it either.
right. So I will be there tomorrow, and I'm so glad to talk to you, and I can't wait till we can really connect and see how I can connect you with the other side of this dance.
Right. Thank you.
Yes. All right, so until next time, I'm Miss B, I'm your host, and I will see you at Connecting the Lines. Thank you.